Welcome to Dice with Death, where anyone could die with a roll of the dice. I'm your direct messenger, Oli Bateman, and joining me again for this week's performative Dungeons & Dragons podcast on probably the hottest day of the year that we decided to record this is Chatty Badger's Jamie Powis.
Riding a jet ski made Aark feel alive. He only wished he could have saved Hog-Folk number 5.
Oh. So sad. The fact that he was so bothered about the rental of his deposit for this jet ski, and you gave him every opportunity to be fair, but you had no mercy in the end.
It didn't even get his name. That's a sad thing.
Oh, he'll die anonymous. That's even sadder, isn't it?
I'm of course also joined by IGN's Amy Mallett.
When that grenade rattled in, I felt like a cock. Do any of these lids have auto-lock? It's Zakaiya!
Hey!
Once again foiled by another lid for the second time in a campaign.
Yeah, hatchgate, flapgate, whatever, grenade gate, whatever you want to call it.
Flapgate.
Hashtag Flapgate on Twitter, everybody. Please at us. That would be amazing. I am also, of course, joined by WhatCulture.com's Adam Wilbourn.
It's Titus, baby. No need to swoon. You may remember me last time being a bit crap with a harpoon. I made up for it, though, before we all went kaboom, nailing a picture-perfect dropkick, sending a hog to his doom.
Yes!
Nice one.
Oh,
Spitting some rhymes.
So yeah, because at the end of the last episode, Titus, you drop-kicked and mince-meated this porky Hog-Folken Bounty Hunter through the blades. It was epic. It was Jaws-like. With that said, is everybody ready to continue the adventure?
Yes!
Yes.
Previously on Dice with Death, the party leapt into action as a group of Hog-Folken Bounty Hunters approached the scouting sub from the rear of an attack boat and jet skis. It became apparent that the Hog-Folk meant business in capturing you and wreaking the rewards of the prices on your heads when a perfectly thrown grenade dinked through the open hatch in the roof of the scouting sub that Zakaiya had left open. After an explosion that rocked you all and upturned Lakeland Saga, Aark took speedy manoeuvres outside, casting gust of wind. Titus woke up from his nap and manned the harpoon, and Zakaiya grabbed a grenade launcher from the sub's weapons cache before soaking a bounty hunter with a riptide wave of water that would undoubtedly make his Hawaiian shirt smell fusty if unwashed. In a torrent of explosions and electrified harpoon hits and spells, Aark made it back to the top of the scouting sub, right next to the hatch that Zakaiya had unfortunately just closed. After some failed attempts from the bounty hunters to kill Aark with a sniper rifle and a harpoon, Zakaiya opened the hatch and heroically pulled him in, saving Private Ryan style. The beefy bounty hunter then drove alongside, leapt onto the scouting sub and planted C4 on the hatch to gain access to everyone inside. With a nat 20 insight check, Zakaiya conjured water droplets over the planted C4, rendering it useless, and as the bounty hunter frantically tried to detonate the bomb, Titus, through his wrestling prowess, drop-kicked him through the propeller blades, turning the once beefy boy into porky mincemeat. And that's where we are now. The crimson colour of the Hog-Folken Bounty Hunter's blood floats away, dissipating in the water. Lakeland Zager lowers his rifle away from the scouting sub hatch and says, "Thank mother that's over." He climbs the ladder and assesses the damage done to the propeller. They hold steady and have not broken, even after the crunching of bones and the Hog-Folken Bounty Hunter. He sets to work on removing the C4 from the hatch as a precaution, just in case, and tosses it into the river behind the sub. Captain Aark, Zakaiya, Titus, we still have another day and a half of travel before we reach the resort. I suggest you all rest up. He climbs down the ladder, salutes you, Aark, as you're sat at the controls, and says, "Permission to take control of the vessel, sir."
With my 2 HP, I go, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Crack on. Crack on, Lakeland. I salute back as well.
You salute back. Sorry, I'm just wiping my forehead because it's so bloody hot here.
Oh my god! Like I've got my dogs obviously downstairs and they're out running about and they don't get on with the neighbours' dogs. So throughout the podcast, you're gonna hear these little yappy dogs from next door having a go at my big dog. So Enjoy that.
It's always the way with yappy dogs and big dogs, isn't it? The yappy ones are always way more vocal than the big boys.
Absolutely.
I left my Labrador this morning just like asleep on the cold kitchen tiles. He wouldn't go anywhere near the heat. He was literally like, he was sprawled out. Anyway, sorry, Ollie.
Flashback to when me and Jamie took the dogs out for a walk, and he took his massive dog, Rico, and I got Portia, the tiny little dog with the pink lead.
Well, in my defence, Portia is the troublemaker. So, she was if she was going for some swans, I'll tell you that now.
Me and my partner are trying for a dog right now. I keep bringing it up. We want a little dachshund dachshund called Quincy Bones. And I'm obsessed with it, and Leo is just like, eventually. I'm like, no, now. So I'll keep you updated on Quincy's progress.
What you have to do, Amy, is escalate it. So you have to start really pushing that you want a baby, and then when you get the dog, just to push that back a bit further, you'd be happy. Work with me and Shell, work really well. We've got that's why we've got 4 animals. That's why.
Yes.
And no baby.
That's why Jamie has a zoo in his house and one baby.
I feel like he knows me too well. He knows I don't want a baby, at least not at the moment anyway. So he's like, I think he'll see right through it. But I will try it.
Long game.
I will try it. Long game.
Guys, this is all no dice folly. Okay, let's keep this for no dice. Let's keep this gold chat for no dice. Okay. Lakeland Zaga salutes you, Aark. You get out of the seat and let him sit down at the controls.
Absolutely.
Okay. He sits down, puts his foot to the floor, and the scouting sub starts trundling along. What are you all doing?
I should probably get inside the ship, shouldn't I, at some point?
We shut the flap. We lock it with Titus
Double
on the
lock
outside.
Titus is just sat on the top of this scouting sub, Mr. Bean style, on top of his mini.
Oh.
Just driving along. No, you all step into the scouting sub,
Well,
down the ladder.
we don't necessarily step in. We could. I mean, it's been a while. We could backflip in, couldn't
Are
we?
you suggesting what I think you're going to suggest?
And yes, we did. I did check beforehand, and I still don't care if I'm rolling with disadvantage. I'm backflipping straight down that portal, basically.
Okay, Titus, roll me a athletics check with disadvantage, please.
This is how Titus dies. This is it.
He stumbles into the propellers. They explode. The whole ship goes down.
Please don't roll in that one.
I'm pretty sure me and Amy have no spells whatsoever. So
No. Spell slots are gone. No more
Yep.
potions.
Okay.
But be our
First one's
guest.
good. First one's all right. It's not ending the ship.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. That's not happened before. I've rolled the exact same number twice.
Ooh.
I got with my modifier. I got 15.
15.
That's not bad.
good.
You absolutely do this, Titus. You pick yourself up from prone. You backflip, tuck the knees, spin round, and then turn into like this pencil dive and just shoot through the hatch and land, like floor gymnastics where they kind of go.
As I land, can I say, "Hey, Lakeland, you see that?"
And he turns around and goes, "Sorry."
Keep your eyes on where we're fucking going, dickhead. Come on, focus up.
He turns back to the front of the ship, confused as hell. He does not understand Titus, and just motors on.
Also, before we forget, and Amy does what Amy does, I'll shut the flap and lock it. Thanks, please.
Lovely. The flap is locked, okay?
Flap
Grenade gate,
is
flap
locked.
gate, it's over, guys. It's over. The flap is locked.
I repeat, the flap is secured.
I can confirm the flap is currently locked. Right. What's everybody else doing?
I'm going to check that I've still got the necklace on my possession. I do. Great. That it wasn't lost overboard during all that chaos. And then I'm going to go and have a nap because I've got 10 HP. So not terribly woozy, but would just like to have a bit of a restoration of my HP. So
Yes, of course. So Zakaiya, you go and settle down for a long rest. Are you taking the master suite or one of the bunk beds?
I'll have one of the bunk beds. I'm only little.
Okay. You hobble on over with your 10 HP. lay down for a rest.
I want to do the same, to be honest. But as I go, can I get some bedtime reading in?
Yes, of course you can, Aark. You have all of the books in your bag on your person that you picked up in the library because, as we remember fondly, Nat 20 from Aark, and I'm pretty sure it was like another Nat 20 as well from Zakaiya.
2 Nat 20s, yeah.
Two Nat 20s to find all those books. You, like the parting of the Red Sea, you just summoned these books towards you on the surface of the water. So yeah, absolutely. What is it that you would like to peruse, to read?
So there was a book about how the ancients used to travel.
Yes, book number 5.
I would like to have a bit of a read of book number 5, please.
Okay, cool. You pick up book number 5, How the Ancients Travelled the Galaxy, a study on how to go home. Aark, roll me an insight check as you look at this book.
I'm going to guide myself as well.
Okay.
18.
18. You understand by looking at this book with an 18 insight check. You can tell, although you're a military man, you are slightly educated in terms of you had to do a military university kind of college course to be able to participate in the career that you have had. So you can tell by looking at this book that it's about a 16-hour read to complete from start to finish. Bearing in mind you have a day and a half's travel, so 36 hours if my maths is correct. You could easily read all of this book in that time and get yourself a long rest as well if you needed it, which I think you do.
Okay, so I think I'm going to read like the first couple of pages and then just fall asleep.
You get through the forward, the author's note, and then you're just like...
Aark, if you would like to note down that you've read 2 hours of book number 5.
2 hours,
great.
cool.
2 hours. You can't, from reading it for 2 hours, you can't quite fully grasp everything or all the knowledge that this book has to offer, but you've made a start on this book. There are, of course, 4 other more books to read. So anybody who wants to read anything else or do anything in this time, absolutely go for it. But Zakaiya's down for a rest. Aark is also down for a rest. Titus, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to catch some Z's as well, I think, in the master bedroom, obviously.
Okay.
Obviously.
You Conor McGregor, Vince McMahon style, waddle into the master bedroom. No sooner has your massive body hit the bed, you can be asleep if you want.
Well, just very quickly, especially considering how we're all feeling today, can we flip the pillow to the cold side, please? And
yeah. Absolutely. And can we do the thing where you spoon the duvet with like one leg? So you're not actually in the duvet, but you're just like half humping it kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You've got it as kind of like a security blanket, but you are fully out the cover to stay as cold as possible.
Perfect.
Flip the mattress, change the sheets, shout out to Nelly.
Does this sub have aircon?
The master suite definitely does, yes.
Lucky.
That is some BS, isn't it?
As Titus walks in and you hear him hit this giant bed, you just hear the aircon go on like full capacity, just whee!
The extractor is right by our bunks as well, so we're blasted with hot air from
Oh, God.
Zakaiya and Aark, you have an incredibly sweaty 8 hours sleep. Yeah. Aark, you...
Sounded a bit sexual there. No, that's not what our characters are doing, everyone. We're just...
Sorry. Not Aark and Zakaiya, separate beds. Yeah, fine. Yeah, not good energy there. Right. Titus and Zakaiya, you wake up a full 2 hours before Aark does, seeing as he's, spent the other 2 hours reading. So you two...
at death's door.
Yeah, he needed more sleep than us anyway, yeah.
Yeah. But you have all completed a long rest. So please update your sheets, update your characters, D&D Beyond, all that good stuff. Fully back to the top. You all have your spells. All of your HP is back. You all wake up and you've still got a while to go. It's only been 8 hours out of a 36-hour trip. So 24 hours left. 28 hours, sorry. I can't do maths. 28 hours left of this trip is still to go. But yeah, you're all awake and rise as you see Lakeland Zaga still sat in exactly the same space he was before, trundling along. The only difference is that he has used the co-pilot seat as a hologram AI to play chess with an AI bot. So as he's trundling along, he's just playing some chess at the same time.
Such a fucking nerd.
Yeah, that's very on brand for him.
Aark, have you unpacked all of the books from your bag? Like, are they just all out on the side, or have you only taken one out?
I thought Zach had them all. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they were on my possession.
I think Zach had
Okay,
them all.
fine. Okay, fine. So Aark, you have taken a book out of Zach's bag. Zach, you've obviously condoned to this. So yeah, Zach, have you taken all the books out, or have you they're just still in your pack?
Yeah. I think Zark, Aark, just that's what they'll call us.
That's a relationship name.
We've shipped you two already. We've shipped you. He's got a wife. And he's near death. And Zakaiya is 25 years old.
We're not even like the same species or anything.
No, you both got money though.
Speciesist. Hello, come on.
No, you know
Whoa,
that's not
whoa.
true.
Whoa.
But
What's wrong with Aark?
Nothing's wrong with Aark. There's a lot wrong with poor Zach. So the books are still in there. So I haven't really looked at them myself yet. Zach's not great with reading, so I think it should probably take me a little bit longer to read them anyway. Although I have got my eye on one that I would like to read. But for the time being, should we go approach Lakeland, ask him how much longer things are going to take? So we're going to say, "Hi, Lakeland. We've had a nice little rest. Just wanted to know what the situation is, because clearly, there are a lot of people after us. That's 2 hog bandits or 2 hog gangs that we've come across now. So, how much longer is it going to take to reach destination?"
Well, we've been 10 hours traveling now. Should be, I don't know, maybe 36 hours to I mean, it's a day and a half easy. We've gone a fair bits of the way, and I don't know. I don't think any bounty hunters would necessarily try and come this far up the river. We're getting past all the swamp and the fog, and we're making it out into the Icelands now, and it's difficult for people to follow. So maybe another day max, 24 hours at least, but I'll have you to the resort, no problem.
Okay. The Icelands sounds damn good right about now, by the way. The sooner we could get to the Icelands, the better. Thank you very much. Can you remind us where this, because obviously we've got this Petrosolidus quest, can you remind us exactly which resort he's taking us to? Yeah,
so you're going to the Aegean Ski and Leisure Resort. Without even doing a history check, you know that's where Lakeland's taking you. And obviously from your dealings with Madame Morgana and the letter that she received, you obviously remember something about Mount Ugea and the Sky Caverns.
All right, and we're meeting up with Mr. Mota Hirokoshi there, aren't we?
That's the plan.
Okay,
that seems to be the plan from Madame Morgana's letter and from Aura Scalesguard and everybody who's trying to get you to this place. They want you to have a meeting or meet Mr. Moto Hirokoshi.
Okay, cool. Can I have a little, just be a bit nosy? Can I have a little look around the ship? Because obviously Lakeland's piloting it. Can I just hunt for anything, any further information on Lakeland and the people that he works for? The merfolk and the army.
Of course you can. Roll an investigation check.
Figured that might be a good use of my time while I wait for Aark to wake up. 13.
I mean, you see an old newspaper. It's a scouting submarine. There's not too much kind of, historical text or anything that kind of identifies him or his people too much, apart from the colours of the merfolk that you've noticed before, that you've seen before with Aura Scalesguard. You do get the feeling, though, that if you wanted to find out more, you could probably just chat to him if you wanted to.
I'm all right. I love this joke that we've got that like Lakeland's the right square. It's just really funny. No, I think that's cool. I was just hoping I might be able to. I'm going to wait for Aark to wake up because I want to chat to Aark about some stuff.
Okay.
So,
well, you spend your time picking through some of the shelves and looking at the maps and just kind of seeing where we're going. You also see the piece of parchment that's in this hermetically sealed box that Lakeland was to deliver to Aark, and it's still there. And you're just chugging along.
I just want a quick word with Lakeland, if I can. He's having a quick game of chess there. Chess, is it, Lakeland?
Yes, Titus. Yes, yes. I always wanted to be a grandmaster, but I never had the skills for it. I don't think.
Well, I've got an interesting fact about that. Actually, now you come to mention it,
an interesting fact about chess. Do regale me, Titus.
Please. I once beat a chess grandmaster in 3 moves. So
seriously?
Yeah. Stood up, picked up the chair, and hit him with it. So there you go. I'm gonna go and do some chin-ups. See you later, you fucking square. Right.
You can. I bet Lakeland's just like really like sort of trying to work out what move that is. I think you'll find.
He turns back to the front of the ship and just kind of murmurs to himself, "I don't know that move." He's baffled. He just gets back to driving the scouting sub.
How do you know if someone you're playing is an actual grandmaster of chess? Check, mate.
Wow! That deserves one of those, definitely.
That is brilliant. Yeah, that's really good.
Aark, it's been those extra 2 hours that you had for sleeping. So
I've been doing chess puns for 2 straight hours.
2 straight hours. Yeah, your pump is so much that it looks like if someone pricked you with a pin, you'd explode. But Aark, you're awake now.
Lakeland, just want to quickly tell you, I once had a roommate who loved playing chess, so emptied all the chess pieces right on top of him whilst he was sleeping. You should have seen the rook on his face.
Again, he kind of he looks back at you as if to be like, oh, another chess fact, and then sighs and just turns back towards driving the scouting sub.
So I guess I'm gonna get up then out of the bunk bed and have the book with me.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like so what Aark would do if he could wear slippers on his feet, he'd be wearing slippers right now and have the book under his arm. And yeah, see what everyone's doing.
So I'm going to approach Aark and I'm going to say, how are you feeling? You sleep okay?
Yeah. I'm feeling much better. Just to confirm, I am feeling much better, right? I can reset all my spells.
Yes, you are. Everybody's
Lovely.
had a long rest. Reset everything, yeah.
Cool.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Just reading my book.
Oh yeah, which one's that? That one because I didn't actually see which one he took. I just saw him take a book.
I'm gonna flip the cover over because I forgot what it's called, and we'll need the DM to tell me what it's called.
Okay, everybody, pretend this is Aark talking now. How the Ancients Travelled the Galaxy, a study on how to go home.
Okay.
Like, is it any good, Ollie? Am I enjoying the read so far? Is it heavy going?
It's a book full of information. It's not story based. It's not like it's a historical text is what it is. So I feel like Aark would probably enjoy the knowledge that he is getting out of this, or will get out of it eventually. But yes, it's a fine read for someone of your caliber.
Thank you. I'll turn to Zakaiya and go, it's a fine read.
Great. Okay, I'll take your word for it, dude. I was going to say, I've been given the whole necklace thing some thought, and I would like to kind of pursue it and see, where my potential birth parents could be, if there's a way to track them down via this. It's taken a while to process it, but I'm up for it. What actually were we doing? We were in the middle of it, weren't we? We were like doing some kind of exercise, magic stuff, and then the pigs attacked.
Yeah, it showed 2 locations in the world. It showed 2 planets.
It didn't it? Oh yeah, 2 different planets. Can you remind us what they were, Ollie? Those 2 planets.
Yes,
It's been a while.
Yes, no, that's fine. Recording wise, this has been a while, so just let me scroll back and find all this shit. La 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 la.
Yeah. In the meantime, I will just say I've found another funny chess pun that I think Adam's probably already accessed before me, but I do actually quite like this one. Got a job working shifts as a piece in a 24-hour human chess game. I'm on nights this week.
Okay, this is great. Please carry on with the chess puns. Right. So you both gathered that all the other lights populating the planet's surfaces on this pendant darkened, and there are only 2 remain shining.
Okay.
Much brighter than before. One situated on the red volcanic planet of Ede in the city of Pyro in the slums of Ignitica, and one more located on the ice planet of Ole in the capital city of Tundra in the casino district of Gennaro, opposite ends of the solar system. You guys actually rolled so high on that. I think Aark, you got like a 23 and Zakaiya got like a 21 when you did that roll.
Yeah,
something
we did,
like that. But that's absolutely all the information you could have gained from it at that time.
Great. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I will probably search for a map at some point and mark those locations on so that I have that kind of in the back of my head as part of a wider quest. But yeah, thank you for that, Aark. I appreciated your help and you giving me it from Madame Morgana.
The good thing is I think we've got a expert from the planet of Ole on the ship as well.
We
Titus,
do.
Titus, you hear this conversation going on. You hear Zakaiya talking about finding her biological parents. I mean, you're on like 1,000 chin-ups right now and sweating profusely, but you hear all this conversation going on.
Ole, 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 ole. Did someone say something about ole?
Ole, ole. Yeah, we were talking about... So Titus doesn't know any of this, does he? So shall we fill him in about the necklace thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, yeah. So Titus... Madame Morgana gave Aark before she died, or actually I think it was as she was dying, as she passed him through the kind of in-betweeny world, she gave a necklace and said that this necklace is the key to finding my real parents. Because, shocker, I'm adopted. I don't know if you realise that, because Zach thinks that that's something he might not have had any idea about, given that, despite the fact that she's had gnomish parents and is clearly an elf. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just wondering whether or not we were trying to track down where these locations could be. Myself and Aark have pinpointed one of them to a casino, city of Tundra on the planet of Ole. Do you know it?
Yeah, that takes me back. That is my hometown. I know it very well, and I will return there once I have established myself as an honourable hero, worthy of the honour of returning back there.
Ah, so you're from that place. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there any elven folk there?
No.
That was going to go one of 2 ways, wasn't it? It was either going to be like, 10 a penny, or no. Okay,
Yeah,
well, that's encouraging.
elves are seen as, although they're intelligent, long-lived, knowledgeable race, they are incredibly weak physically in the eyes of any Goliath that ever comes across them. So yeah, there are no elves for hundreds of thousands of miles or planets, from Ole.
Right, okay. Well, that's encouraging, isn't it? I'm sure we might find something there that ties it in, but for now, I guess let's just keep on chugging along, really. I wonder what happened to Elman Monroe.
If I ever get my hands on that dickhead, we're having words. We were a team. And then he betrayed me.
Screwed you over, didn't he? Stitched you up like a kipper.
And then he tried to kill my friend while she was a bird.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he did. he tried to swat me away. I mean, and then ran off screaming as soon as he heard the word thunder bastard, which is understandable, really. But he was, hopefully our paths might cross again. At least we know he's in this part of the world. He can't have gone far, can he?
Yeah, you wouldn't miss him with that sodding ponytail as well.
Ugh. All the boots.
All those goddamn cowboy boots and cowboy hat. God damn, he wears it well.
Yeah, he is classic 80s, 90s wrestling manager, isn't he? Head to toe, cowboy hat, ponytail, pinstripe suit. He is a thing to behold when you see him in the flesh, as you saw him in Iliad. Well, if nobody else wants to do anything more specific with their time, we can always fast forward. But if anybody wants to do anything more with the 20-something, nearly 30-something hours that are left on your travels, then feel free to do so.
This is just being really geeky now. So what do I know about where we're going? Because I've had a long rest, which means I can swap out some spells if I want to. So I can kind of do a bit of prep for where we're going.
You don't know a whole lot, actually. You would assume. I mean, you can roll an insight check if you want to. Everybody can do that if they want to roll insight checks.
And I'm not rolling with disadvantage anymore if my hangover finally dissipated.
That's it. You didn't eat a nat 20 Scotch
finally.
egg, but you've slept off your hangover, so you're absolutely fine.
I reckon it was that backflip. What did it?
Aark, what did you get?
22.
Zakaiya.
A 9. So just ignore mine completely.
Titus.
Yep, it is going to be over to Aark because I got a 12.
Take it away, buddy.
Okay, Aark. You, with a 22, you would know that this is a upmarket, posh ski, snowboard and leisure resort. This is where many people from many different planets, especially when the travel ban wasn't in place, would holiday. So you would probably expect that the clientele of this ski and leisure resort has wavered over the last 5 years as the travel ban has kicked in place. But you know that there are many, many rich people out there to make a buck who will visit this ski resort. You know that it's at the base of Mount Ujia, where you need to go, apparently, to find Mr. Moto Hirokoshi. But that's really it in terms of historical knowledge about this place. You know that it's going to be icy. You know that it's going to be... you're going to come across adverse weather. You know that to traverse any kind of terrain like this, you would probably need special equipment that you'd either need to rent or pay for or acquire somehow to kind of traverse if you really were going to, I don't know, ascend a mountain or something.
I was going to ask you, Aark, any news from your family?
Oh, good point. I have a look at the scrying letters, scrying paper. I'll have a look at a couple of the blank ones, see if anything's changed.
You notice that all the writing on this parchment, the one that's in the box, and the ones that you have on you, have completely disappeared.
What?
What?
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? Can I do like an Arcana check or something?
Please do an Arcana check. Yes.
I'll do an Arcana check too, because I'm actually quite proficient in that.
Go for it.
Can I guide you, Zach?
Yeah, I've actually
That's
got a nat
guidance.
20 though, so you don't need to. Hey! So technically that is 25, because my Arcana is 5.
Nat 20, 25
Yep.
on an Arcana check on this. Zakaiya, you look at these pieces of parchment and you immediately know that the other side of this, the side that can be written on, that displays on these pieces of parchment, have been destroyed.
Oh my god. The other side has been terminated. They've destroyed the letters that have been written by your family. I remember that I was trained on this when I first became a druid. This is sabotage. Crap.
The realization sinks in that you no longer have any communication with your family.
Okay. And even the one that's hermetically sealed, does that have anything on it still? Or is that all gone now?
You look at the hermetically sealed one, and it still has writing on it.
Yeah, cool. Any new writing on it?
No new writing.
Okay.
But it is still hermetically sealed in this box.
Cool. So, still got a chance, I think, to find out where they are. Yeah. So Aark is a bit sad about that, to be honest. He's a bit nervous. But yeah, he tries to hide it.
I mean, I'm nervous quite visibly. You know, Zach doesn't really hide emotions very well anyway, but I'm really quite worried. I mean, someone must have severed the tie on the other end. So wherever they are, what if we don't have long to reach them? Maybe we should speak to Lakeland? How do you think you can still track them down? What's your plan there?
There's certain spells that you can use. So you can use a spell called Scrying to find out if you have... It won't work anymore, just thinking about it. So for scrying, you need something. So if they've been burnt, for example, or completely destroyed, I'm probably not going to be able to find out where they are with the scry. But the fact that there's something still protecting this bit gives me a bit of hope that we'll be able to find them.
Let's hope. Let us hope.
And I do know Aves, and he's probably going to be on my home planet. Well, our home planet.
Well, you think that your family are going to be in the last place that you left them, unless they've taken anywhere else.
Yeah, like the travel ban affects everyone. So unless he's in league with the Solar Navy, but as you know, Zach, he did do a lot to defend his planet from the Solar Navy, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, defending is a strong word, but yes.
So I would assume that he's still there. The thing that I'm actually really worried about is he's old. He's much, if he's still alive, which it kind of sounds like, he's much older than an Aarakocra should be.
Oh.
Like ancient in Aarakocra. Like I'm 20, 25, 26.
Yeah.
And I've probably got 4 years left in me.
Wow. So do we think there's a bit of weird necromancy going on there, or is he just a very, very old bird?
I've never seen an Aarakocra live past 30.
There's something afoot here. Oh.
Aark, you would, without even insighting or without a history check, you would calculate that Aves being as old as he is, and for you knowing him as long as he is, he would be 44, 45 years old at this point.
He should be long dead.
Yeah. Okay, well then there's something really dodgy there. Shall we speak to Lakeland? Maybe tell him to step on it? Even if he can't get us to, the planet of Eden, he might be able to get us there faster to this resort, yeah? In
this lull, where you guys are discovering a lot of things and calculating a lot of things that might be going on in the world, Lakeland stands up from the control panel, turns around, and he looks at you all, and he kind of just says, Captain Aark, Zakaiya, Titus, I kind of get the feeling that you all think I'm a bit of a square. I'm not really too sure where that comes from. I mean, I'm a very polite person. I get on with the job at hand, but in light of what's going on and what's happening, and he opens a box of cigars and he just goes, have at them.
Oh, bless him. That's actually really sweet. Oh, thank you. I will pass, but the other two might partake.
Hey, you all right?
Lovely bit of character redemption there from Lakeland.
Yeah. He pops one, or he presents it to you. You can pop it in your mouth, and he lights it. Aark, he does the same to you, and in kind of like a winked gesture way as to the cigars that you shared earlier.
Yeah.
In Iliad.
Cool. I use my talons to chop the end off and
Very nice.
yeah,
Smooth.
have a cigar.
You have a cigar. The
Okay.
scouting sub fills with smoke. No, dissipates.
The alarm goes off. Everyone's
The fire
wafting
alarm
it.
goes off. Everyone
Has
gets
anyone
out.
got a tea towel? Quick.
Wee, 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 wee. Open the flap. Open the flap. No, don't open the flap.
Do you know what would make us respect you even more, Lakeland? If you got us to this destination as quick as possible, because we are worried that Aark's family are in real danger.
Okay. I'll step on it. And he clicks a button and lever into place on the side of this scouting sub by the control panel, and you kind of hear cogs whirring and turning. And because Titus effectively picked up 2 barrels of squid ink fuel, he's essentially turbocharged this scouting sub now, and you guys start motoring, and you know that you'll be there in another 8 hours. So it's not as long as it was going to be, but there's still another 8 hours to go.
Okay. Just a quick one, guys. When we get to this place, just thinking out loud here, but in the time that we have left Iliad, we've been targeted by 2 separate groups of bounty hunters who are probably still on our tail and know that we are in this submarine thing. Is it worth trying to think about a disguise? As master of stealth, should we be thinking about how to disguise ourselves when we go ashore?
Yes.
I mean, I'm alright because I can turn into an animal, so that's kind of me done. But Titus can be a tree. I don't know about you, Aark.
I don't know. I think when we get there, we just want to try and make it up to Mount Uji. So it might literally be a fact. We get there, we get lots of kit, we get some climbing gear, nice warm coats and that sort of thing, and just head out straight away.
Lakeland hears you guys kind of formulating a plan about what you're going to do when you do get to the Eugene Ski and Leisure Resort, and he does kind of turn around and make the point and say, sorry to interrupt, Captain Aark, Sir Zakaiya, Titus. The Eugene Ski and Leisure Resort is a paradise for the rich. It's a safe haven for those that have money. Upon arrival, it's not likely that any bounty hunters or criminals will be able to penetrate such a resort, due to the fact that crime isn't really a thing around there. If you're rich, you can pretty much pay for it to go away. So I would hold off on the disguises for the moment. I would say that it is a safe haven to you when you get there.
Okay.
And we are rich.
I mean, I was gonna say we are rich, boys. We are flush.
You guys jangle those little bags that you've got, because what have you got? 1,000 gold each, which essentially is like near millionaire status in this world. So yeah, you guys are like, you're chucking 50s at the strip club. Like, that's how rich you are.
We make it rain when we get there.
Yeah, absolutely. It hurts because it's coins and it's gold when it rains on you. But, but yeah, you make it rain. So
fair.
Lakeland makes his point, nods towards you all smoking cigars, and sits back down at the controls.
I mean, if we leave with a cigar in our mouths as well, we'll definitely look more flush, won't we?
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm gonna just crack on with a bit of reading while I'm smoking.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything particular in the next 8 hours of travel?
More of an Adam thing than a Titus thing, but if I can do it vicariously through Titus, I'll be happy. Can I try and learn how to blow smoke rings?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, let's say you're used to seeing your managers. You're used to seeing Elmin Monroe with a big old cigar in his mouth blowing smoke rings. Let's say you spend the next 8 hours doing this. Your lungs are full of just ashen covered lungs, black as the night sky. But yeah, you do this. Roll me a performance check.
I suppose it's best to get out of the way now. Nat 1.
Nat 1!
So-
Right.
Oh no.
Great. Titus.
You eat the cigar.
Oh God, Titus, why?
What I was going to say, Titus, is you toke so hard on this cigar that you just swallow it. It just goes straight down your throat. It's lit. It burns your insides, and you actually take 3 points of 3 points of fire damage internally. It's like you've got the worst and driest indigestion in the world, but you go.
Oh my God.
Let that be a lesson, kids. Never try.
Yeah. Don't shoot for the moon.
I love that it's like, don't smoke, don't do drugs, it's just don't try.
Yeah. I will read the book that I think, if I remember right, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the exact title spot on, but it's Why Do I Look Different from Mummy and Daddy?
Book 3, Why Do I Look Different to Mummy and
because
Daddy?
that applies more to Zach's current state of affairs, so I would like to take a look at that, please.
Okay, roll me an insight check.
I mean, not the best, I'll be honest. 10.
10.
Zach is
10.
not incredibly well educated. Good
10.
at magic, not good at reading.
10 is absolutely fine for this book because
Okay.
whereas Aark has a 16-hour read of a book that is, historic about how the Ancients travelled the galaxy, this is a 10-minute kids book. It will only take you
yay.
10 minutes to read this book.
So basically what you're saying is Aark's got Homer's The Iliad and I've
Yes.
got Hungry Hungry Caterpillar.
Yes, exactly.
Yay.
That's exactly, in my notes, that's exactly what it says.
Brilliant.
So yeah, this is a 10-minute read for you, Zakaiya. You finish it very quickly. Maybe it takes you 20 minutes. I don't know. You're leisurely reading this, but the
Look
blurb
at the
on the
pictures too. Look at the pictures.
it's a pop-up book, definitely. The blurb on the back says, "From the Azulian Education Board, a children's book about adoption for children." So the Azulian Education Board, you're on the planet of Azul, so you know what educational board it's from.
Okay.
But the book doesn't appear to have any other properties than that of an educational book for children. It talks about adoption. It talks about same-sex marriage. It talks about different-sex marriage. It talks about everything that an adoptive child might want to ask when they're being adopted, before they're being adopted, or later on in life. Towards the back of the book, however, there is a stamp that reads, "Marked for incineration," and you would understand that this book would be on the conveyor belt to be incinerated on account of it being available after the travel ban was imposed by the current government, the current repressive, ignorant government who want purebred people, purebred races to run the world.
Right, cool. So it's basically everything that we don't want in society, effectively. Sort of speciest, racist, homophobic, from what you've said as well. And yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'm really glad.
The book itself is a great educational tool for someone who wants to be enlightened on everything, but it's been marked as, get rid of this. We cannot have future generations reading about this stuff or knowing about any of it. We want a very different world to what this promotes, and reading it, you feel sad.
Yeah, no, I do. I genuinely, Amy does. That's terrible.
Thankfully, that doesn't exist in real. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, if only that was pure fantasy ads. If only. Yeah. Thank God the real world is much nicer.
Yeah, it's as if we live in that world now. Yeah. So yeah, you feel incredibly sad after reading that book, Ames.
I do.
But that's 10 minutes of your time taken up, so you got a whole lot more time to do whatever you want, if you so wish.
What are the other books?
We have Prophesizing the Prophecies, we have Building a Weapon of Unthinkable Magnitude, and we have Master of Disguises 101.
I'm going to go for, because obviously I'm intrigued by Planewalker, I am going to look at the Building a Weapon of Unthinkable Magnitude.
Okay. Roll me an insight check.
I will. God, I had one nat 20 earlier, and every other roll has been like lower than 10. It was a 2, so overall it's a 5.
It's a 5. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You don't know how long this book is going to take you to read, but do you want to spend the next 8 hours reading this?
I'll make a dent in it at least.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'll try.
Yeah, okay. You start, and in the time that it takes you to read maybe, I don't know, a 16th of this book, you still look at the book and go, oh my God, there's so much more left to read. So you can't quite decipher anything from it at the moment. It's a bit historical. It's a bit, in the beginning, there was this and that kind of stuff. So you've made a dent in it.
Yeah, this is giving me flashbacks to my English degree, to be honest with you. And just being like, oh my God, Dickens, stop prattling on. How much longer? How much longer have I got left?
Aark, are you spending the rest of your time reading How the Ancients Travelled the Galaxy?
I think so. If it's 16 hours, I kind of want to get right at the back of it.
Okay, fine. You are 10 hours into the read of this book, having spent the first night with the 2 hours. You are getting towards the end of the book, not enough to come out with a theory or a grasp of everything. You feel like there's more to read within the book, but you're all getting somewhere. Titus, I'm just going to ask you this: is there any book that you would like to read?
Always like to brush up on being a master of disguise. Let's have a glance at that, shall we?
That book was made. You remember that you wrote this actually? You're like, oh yeah. Part of my career early on.
It was so funny when I don't need that book. It's fine. Titus, roll me an insight check.
13.
Titus, you. I'm so glad you read this. You understand from looking at this book that it is only a 4-hour read. So you know that you could spend half the time that you've got the rest of the time on this trip to read the whole book. Are you choosing to read the whole book now?
So 4 hours reading, 4 hours trying out new disguises. Yeah, let's read it for us straight away.
The blurb on the back of the book says, for the rogue who wants to master the shadows or hide in plain sight. Titus, after reading this book for 4 hours, you feel like you could hide in plain sight. Like you could be a stealthier boy. And Titus, I'm now going to tell you that this book has granted you a +1 to either your stealth modifier or a +1 to your deception modifier. It does not increase your dexterity modifier or charisma. Just when you roll stealth or deception, you get to add an extra 1 to one of those. But I'm going to have to ask you to choose, because the way you read this book is the way that you want to go. So you can either +1 to your stealth or a +1 to your deception.
Yeah, I really want to be, these aren't the droids you're looking for. I think I'm going to go deception.
I personally, I think I would go with your gut, Titus, but I think the deception thing could be funny because you could be very Jedi mind trick with it.
It is very funny for what is it? How much do I weigh
7.5 feet tall, 300 pounds.
300 pounds, 7.5 feet tall, yeah.
Yeah.
Bloke to be hanging around in the shadows. But I also like the idea of me saying, I'm a tiny gymnast from the circus. Trying to convince someone of that. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go deception, please, DM.
Yeah, go with what you'll have most fun with.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Adam, if you'd like to make a note of that somewhere, either on your D&D Beyond notes, anywhere that you want, write it down. So when you roll a deception check, D20 plus your modifier, then just remember to say, oh, Master of Disguises, or whatever, so you plus an extra 1 to your roll. You will spend the next 8 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours reading and smoking cigars. It's chill, it's relax. It's like you've been in a smoking lounge. You just need like a comfy velveteen chair and like a smoking jacket and something, and it would be a gentleman's club somewhere.
Do you reckon Lakeland's got any shisha? any flavoured sheesh?
Flavoured sheesh. Yeah, he's on that cherry sheesh at the front of the ship. No, but we keep sailing and chugging along. The Merfolken scouting sub creeps up the Ceraclean River towards the base of Mount Ugea and the Ugean Ski and Leisure Resort. The once swampy landscape you had experienced, humid with flies and alginous water, turns cold and frosty as the grass and trees move from lush and moist to completely covered in snow. You see riverside ice fishing towns littered with humanoids of all races cohabiting happily as they go about their day. You see tennis racket footprints in the snow, children of all races throwing snowballs at each other, and lumber being carried in carts in and out of town by white-collar workers to build upmarket chalets for neighbouring resorts. Finally, after taking in all the winterous wonderland of this vast expanse, you drift around a false hilly summit through nearly frozen surface water, and you see the gargantuan Mount Ujia, 30,000 feet tall, with perpetual blizzards engulfing its peak and middle section. It stands proud like a grey and white dagger piercing the sky. Below that, nestled at the foot of the mountain in between the trees, is the Aegean Ski and Leisure Resort, bustling with holidaymakers skiing and snowboarding while sipping mulled blackberry mead in high-fashion 80s-inspired ski onesies. You see the town square, the bars, the restaurants, the shopping mall complex, all adorned with pure transparent icicles that reflect Valkonen's rays back into your eyes. Lakeland pulls the sub into a docking bay, pops the hatch in order to exit, and you hear a welcoming and friendly voice say, "Oh, hello there, Mr. Aark, Mr. Titus, Mr. Zakaiya. We have been expecting you."
Hello.
And who might you be?
He waves. "Oh, hello there, hello. I am Eriken Shmorggershausen. Very nice to meet you."
I already like this guy so much more than Lakeland's anchor.
Yeah.
I am Titus Thunderbastard Caligarvey. I'm going to give him a hug. Can I give him a hug?
Yeah, you jump out the top. He's a tiny man. He's like 4 foot tall. He's a 4 foot tall like ice gnome. I don't want to say lederhosen, but he's basically wearing lederhosen.
You've gone as far as the accent, Ollie. Just give him
Yes,
lederhosen.
I'm going full lederhosen. Okay. You give him a hug and squeeze him, and he goes, "Oh, Mr. Titus Thunderbastard Caligarvey, you're a big celebrity around here from the old Ole. Yes, we know exactly who you are. And yes, Mr. Zakaiya, Mr. Aark, welcome. Aura Scalesguard has put you up in one of our hottest rooms on the resort, and we'd really like it if you would enjoy the spa. Please enjoy the whole resort. Thank you."
Take a load off your feet. Still one of my favourite quotes.
Back to spas. So yeah, you get really well greeted by Eriken Shmorggershausen, who is he's like a manager of the resort, essentially, who is greeting you. Lakeland kind of lowers his head because he knows he's been upstaged. He knows no cigar can fix this now. But he kind of turns to you all. Aark, he salutes you. He salutes.
I've walked away already.
You walked away.
We've linked arms with Eriken and walked away.
You're skipping into the woods, into the snow. Let's go. Yeah, let's have a nice time. You see Lakeland close the hatch, salute you all, and sails away.
Oh, it's so sad. Oh, I feel bad.
No, honestly, I feel really bad. I feel like I mean, is it too late to be like, Lakeland, thanks for everything? Because he did do a good job in combat as well, to be fair.
You shout this after him, and you see someone rush to stand up and fall over as if they're like, "Oh, my friends do want to say bye." And he rushes over to the porthole and he just gives a little salute and just mouths, "Good luck."
Let's all salute.
Did I take out my hermetically sealed chunk of letter? Because otherwise I'm flying back to that ship.
Oh my god, could you...
Lakeland!
Could you imagine?
Can I have that, thanks.
I knew you didn't want to leave me behind.
You're banging on the hatch, and he's just like, no, not again. No, you fly over, you bang on the hatch, he opens it, and he just gestures towards the box for you to grab it out.
I'm going to fly down. I'm going to give him... I'll give him 30 gold.
Yeah.
And just
Give him a
say,
tip.
Nice.
yeah, top up with the best fuel that money can buy.
He says, Captain Aark, sir, you know I can't accept this. You wouldn't accept this. There's no way I can accept this.
Just chuck it in the sub.
Treat yourself to a new chess set. Go on.
Yeah, he does think about getting an actual real chess set and not an AI board for a second. He's like, oh, okay.
You should think about getting actual friends. Oh!
All
Oh, I'm
Got
so
him.
sorry.
Oh, dear.
So sorry.
Okay.
I
Maybe you're
mean,
like another NPC. Who knows? Aark, you have the opportunity to grab this piece of parchment now.
Cool. I'll take. Is it easy for me to? Is it like a briefcase type thing, or is it?
It's a metal box that's like welded to this table, so in case you would have to open it to get the piece of parchment out.
No, I'm not going to open it. Oh, right. So I've shot my 30 gold in. So I'm just going to say to Lakeland, can you go back to Aura and get her people to figure out where this was last scryed from or last communicated from? I need a location.
Sir, yes, sir.
Thank you, Lakeland. I'm going to salute him.
He salutes you back, and he says, "Thank you for enjoying a cigar with me on top of the scouting sub. It was quite quaint and quite lovely just to sit in the middle of nowhere and enjoy a cigar in silence. So thank you."
I'm going to say to him, Aura should promote you. I'm going to fly out the top of the ship.
You fly out the top
we
of
should
the,
leave a
the sub.
review. We should leave a review. Has he got one of those like, my name is Lakeland. If you thought I did a good job, tell my supervisor.
Hey, what do they have for LinkedIn? What was the version of LinkedIn? Right?
Yeah.
Chain linked in.
Chain LinkedIn, yeah. Chain LinkedIn, yeah. You fly out the top of the scouting sub. The hatch closes behind you, locks. Aark, do you join Zakaiya and Titus with Eriken as you're skipping along the snow?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, natürlich.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you all join each other back again. Eriken is he's very much dressed like a New York hotel bellboy, just in like white and gold colours. You know, the military kind of style jacket and the fez hat. And he's very smart pressed trousers, and he is wearing snow boots with tennis rackets on his feet just to get down the dock to meet you all. But he leads you towards the resort and leads you into the main lobby.
What a man! What a man! What a man! What a mighty good man!
You get to the desk and he says, "So we have you in the utmost greatest suite that we have. Aura Scalesguard has actually put this on her account for you, so you don't actually need to pay any money right now. But I will say anything from the minibar will cost. Okay?"
Okay. Thanks, Eriken.
Danke.
Dankeschön.
And he kind of gestures towards a few helpers who are around again, dressed in the same attire that he's in, and he said, kind of says, "These tiny little snow gnomes will show you to your room." And they're like, he's 4 foot tall, but these are like 1.5 foot tall, and they just kind of waddle out and go and want to show you towards where your room is.
Are they actually gnomes?
They're like miniature gnomes.
Oh, I can speak their language. Yay! Oh, how adorable.
Eriken says, "If you'd like to enjoy a drink in the bar, where we take your luggage and your things up to your room, a complimentary drink on the house, absolutely. Just down the stairs and to the left into the bar."
Okay, I would really like some mulled blackberry mead. However,
Yes.
I also can't help but think that maybe we should keep our luggage with us. I know we're all a bit suspicious, aren't we, of people? I don't know. I haven't got much. Maybe I should just keep my books and my necklace on me, just in case.
Yeah, I'm going to keep everything on me.
Yeah, and as much as I love Eriken, is he's my new best friend, but yeah, I don't know. We don't want them to fall into the wrong hands.
I've already walked to the bar with Eriken Shmorggershausen whilst you two were contemplating that.
He
So
kind of said,
untrustworthy.
"Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely fine if you want to keep all of your things on you. I know Aura has kind of pertained to why you are staying with us in the resort. So it's absolutely fine if you want to keep all of your stuff on you. No problem at all. If you do at any point need any services from me, please just ring this tiny bell and I will show up. Just in a proof of smoke, I will be there just to help you all out. Okay?"
Just gonna look at him and go, you know, I've been to a spa before, and someone literally could get me stuff with a puff of smoke. So just wondering about your claims, really.
You see his face drop, like completely drop, and goes, No, this is the most exclusive, bestest spa in all of Azul, in all of the world. Where is the spa that you talk of? He is flabbergasted that there could be a better, more high quality spa than anywhere in this solar system.
Oh,
It's like,
Aark, you're gonna get us
please.
thrown out.
Please, Aark, I am. He's kind of talking to you guys. He's being really stern, but in a very polite, managerial way. Please, no, if you could let me know where it is, that would really help out our ratings and our research. Please, just Aark, let me know where it is. Just when you have the time.
I'm just going to show him the Yelp review that I wrote on the clipboard.
Amazing. And he says, "Oh, I've not heard of this box realm. Where is this box realm?"
Don't know.
How long's a piece of string? I get it. Yeah, so he escorts you towards the bar and just says, "Look, if you need anything, just ring this bell."
Sorry, you need to say that in his
You need to
voice.
say it in his voice, please. and please make sure that you use the phrase tiny bell.
Okay, let's go for a second pickup on that, Ollie. And 3, 2, 1. If you need anything, just ring this teeny tiny little bell and I will show in a puff of smoke and get you anything that you need. Okay? Yes?
Yeah, thank
Can I just say, Ollie, like, right now, okay? If we come back on the next episode and this bloke's a Cockney geezer because you've decided you don't want to commit to the accent, please tell us now, because we will be heartbroken if...
Amy, I am committing to this bit.
Oh,
I've
thank
been
God.
practicing this voice all day. I can just about do it, so this is staying. Do not worry.
It's amazing. Thank you.
But he disappears and he leaves you at the bar. These very tiny miniature gnomes are also there, kind of thinking that they're still going to take your luggage away, but they wave at you and then hobble back up the stairs and away. And you guys are left in this bar.
Are they like the underpants gnomes from South Park?
Yes, they are, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Just thinking, if we kidnap this guy, then Ollie always has to do this voice. Like he's 4 foot. Like we can get him in a bag.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Does my deception extend to giving those gnomes, 7.5 of them, my jacket and trying to get them into a cinema to see an adult film?
Oh dear.
As we were coming in, did we see any kind of shops where we could buy some nice new clothes? I think like Titus could do with like a furry.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called though.
I was gonna say, just
Singlet.
don't
There
stop
we
on
go.
furry. There
Let's
we go.
go. Let's edit in.
Furry singlet.
Furry singlet.
Titus could do with a furry.
Yeah, no, that's what you said, and I was like, keep going.
Keep going.
Or the gnomes just dressed as like foxes.
If roll 34, you know that exists somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're that rich, you know, they'd do it.
Yeah, on like an information board behind you, Aark, you see a map of the complex, and you see that right outside this bar that you're in, which is connected to the main hotel complex of the resort, you see that there's a rental place for snowboards and skis and equipment that you would need to, ascend a mountain, and warmer clothes that you would need if you so wish. So yeah, you see all of that there.
And the other question, if we were to, I'm going to say hire, in inverted commas, hire a vehicle or something to blast us up that mountain, is there a place we could do that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Right next to the rental shop, you see another vehicle garage, like snowmobiles, as well as people working on other kind of off-road, snow season kind of vehicles.
Are we happy with that plan? Get some warm stuff, and
Let's
then
go shopping, baby.
get it up the mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's do it.
Just so you guys are aware, it is currently, when you're at this resort, it's 10 p.m. at night. So you have arrived late in the day. You're a late check-in, but you are here now because of the 36-hour time difference. It was a day and a half. You left at 10 a.m. or something. So yeah, it's about 10 p.m. at night. Is anybody wanting a drink at the bar? The barman does turn to you and goes, "Can I get anybody anything to drink?"
Well, first one's on the house. I'm having mulled blackberry mead, please.
Zakaiya, you buying around for everybody?
Yes, actually, yes, I will. I will buy for Titus and for. Well, I mean, they did say all three were on the house.
Sorry. Complimentary drink. You're right. He did say complimentary drink.
He did say complimentary. I'll buy the next one. You know, I'm not tight, but I do want to say he did say on the house. Anyway, yeah.
He did say on the house.
Yeah.
The barman goes, "Great, three blackberry meads coming up."
Great.
Turns to the draft tap, pours them, slides them across the bar to you, and gets back to cleaning glasses and cleaning the bar. This bar does have clientele in it. You see people in 80s high fashion ski onesies sat in the corner smoking cigarettes and sipping on blackberry mead, mulled mead, cidered mead, and all this kind of stuff. So there is a hub of activity in this kind of lobby bar that's going on right now.
Is anybody looking at us suspiciously at all? Are we drawing any unwanted attention?
Roll me a perception check. Everybody go ahead and roll perception checks if you want to. Aark.
8.
Zakaiya.
16.
Titus.
11.
Zakaiya with a 16. Most of this room just kind of, I don't know, they just look like rich yuppies who were just there enjoying drinks and, enjoying their time away from the big city, the business district of Azul and the rest of the planet. They look like they couldn't give a toss about anybody else walking into this room. You don't notice anybody looking in your direction, but you do notice someone who just kind of sticks out to you for some reason. He's like wearing like a Yeti skin sweater. Like, this is prime. Money can only buy this if you have a lot of money. He's dressed head to toe in things that are made of animals that unwillingly became clothes. And he's with a bunch of yuppie blackberry mulled wine drinking it girls in 80s high fashion onesies and stuff. And they're all kind of jostling about, being jovial, having fun. And he kind of goes, just kind of gestures towards everybody and goes, "Ha ha ha! I love it when poor people win the lottery. It's like giving a wheel of cheese to a mouse. They just don't know what to do with it. Ah, ha, 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 ha." That kind of chat going on. "Hey, watch it! You'll get blackberry Merlot all over my Yeti skin sweater. Ah, ha, ha."
Okay, well, I didn't like him when I realised that he had lots of unwilling animal pelts, but now he's also proved himself to be a see you next Tuesday. I'm like, yeah, my suspicions were confirmed. So, yeah, I've just kind of, I haven't really said anything or looked. I shoot him a bit of a look, not that I don't think he would see, because it's very sort of just like, yeah, I give him some side eye, and I label him mentally in my mind, penis.
The barman kind of looks to you all and looks to you, Zakaiya, and just goes, "Who are you looking at over there?"
Oh, just that guy being a bit obnoxious, that's all.
"Oh, him, yeah. Gunderson Emmingworth Smythe III. he's a prick. Let me tell you that. He is a prick. Comes in here all the time, fucking chucking his wine about, chucking his money. I mean, what a prick. Just because he thinks he's the most decorated extreme sport event guy in like the Winterist Games. Like, he thinks he can just come in here and be an absolute prick. Like, he's won every...
He's fucking what?
What's that, mate? What's that?
He's the most decorated... What now?
Oh, he kind of leans in and whispers to you and he says, that guy over there, Gunderson Emmingworth Smythe III, he's the most decorated extreme snow event athlete there is. He's been, like, winning everything for the last 10 years.
Sounds like a challenge to me.
Titus's interest has been piqued.
What kind of events does this Gunderson partake in? Does he do any wrestling?
Oh no wrestling per se, but snowboarding, skiing, snowmobiling, cross country skiing, cross country shooting, anything to do with snow really. He's not like one of them, and he looks at you, Titus, and goes, "Fucking hell, Goliath! I didn't even know." Titus Thunderbastard Caligarvey! Fucking hell! In my bar!
Can we just be like, shh, keep your voice down. We are, you know, we're trying to chill. You know, we're on holiday. Don't want to say we're fugitives, but
goes,
we are.
Oh. He goes, "Oh yeah, no, sorry, peaceful clientele and all that. Sorry, he's the rich son of somebody who's even richer than him. You know what I mean? He's got the money and the means to take part in those events that most people can't even get accredited for. His dad, fucking hell, like, biggest arms dealer in the western half of Azul. And he just lives off his money, just lives off of it. Like, he lives here for like 6 months of the year and then goes about and summers on the coast of Azul. Yeah, he's just some rich prick. And his dad's a rich prick too. But fucking hell, Titus Thunderbastard Caligarvey, I've got you at my bar. Mate, I love you. You're fucking sick.
Always nice to meet one of my fans.
You linger on the fact that the last fans you met are definitely dead in a facility somewhere after taking selfies with you, and he kind of goes, "Don't worry, I'm not going to ask for a selfie. I know this is holiday and I'm just a barman and everything, but yeah, if you can avoid Gunderson, by all means, avoid him."
Sounds like, hopefully our paths will not cross in that respect, but he does sound like...
I'm really tempted to immediately walk over to his table and throw a pint of Blackberry mead all over his fucking jacket now.
Oh, no. His dad is rich. He could make us disappear, you know.
Yeah. I busy myself. I've signed a beer mat for the lovely barman instead to take my mind off things.
Can I ask the barman, so does that... So he's part of the Winterist Game. He's an elite athlete. That means he must do a fair bit of interstellar travel.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, he does. Yeah, because he's one of those accredited athletes and all that is like totally allowed to like do it. But no, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Because everybody from all the team, they travel all over the place. They go to Winterist Games, they go to the Summerist Games on Eid, and like all over the place. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, I guess he would get to travel. Yeah,
he gets around the band like. Okay.
And for example, if you were gonna park your spaceship somewhere, where do you think you would park your spaceship? Surely, because it's such a high-end resort, there must be some sort of spaceport nearby. Maybe like down a bit of a but yeah. Tell me more about your spaceship.
Yeah, no, mate. 5 years ago, there absolutely used to be, but ever since the travel ban, they dismantled the interplanetary port. So yeah, not anymore.
Surely, even if he parked, even if he didn't have a spaceship, maybe say it's someone else's, surely he'd need like some kind of pass or something to get him out, past the travel ban to prove that he's an athlete. Do you think he's got any like ID on him or anything like that? I realise this is so suspicious that we're asking these questions, but I'm just leaning right into it now.
And he goes, I mean, probably, right? I'm not an expert on it, but yeah, probably. Like if you needed to get somewhere, they'll need to know identification. So yeah, they probably have like some kind of ID on him. But I mean, he don't really need to travel. He's a fucking helicopter pilot. He can go wherever the fuck he wants, whenever he wants.
Interesting, though, that he has travel. You know, that's something that we kind of figured that Titus would hopefully be able to be eligible for. But
yeah, mate, whatever happened there? Like you were fucking big. You were massive. You were like at every fucking big wrestling like pay-per-view. Mate, I used to pay for all of them. No, none of that like illegal streaming stuff. I used to pay because I know what you guys make, and it's fucking pittance, you know. But yeah, like what happened to you? Why can't you travel anymore? Sorry if I'm like being too forward on that, but it's always interesting to know when someone like you comes into my bar.
Oh, it's no problem. Had a bit of a run-in with the authorities, but it's all been straightened out now, and you will be seeing me back in the Goliath Royal Rumble sooner rather than later. Just keep your eyes peeled for the number 30 spot. That's all I'll say.
Oh, that's great. And he pats you on the back and he's like, can't wait to see you get back in the ring with Volok again. Fucking hell. That is like that is like revenge, right? That is like, that shit needs to go down. You know what I mean?
I've squeezed the pint glass I was holding so hard that it shattered in my hand when he said the word Volok.
Oh, damage.
Can I turn to Titus and go, oh my god, you know Volok? That's like the only wrestler that I know. Like he's just so popular.
Yep.
Oh wow. How did you know him? Like were you
It's just a long story. Can I have another black warrior mead, actually, whilst we're just...
Yeah. Yeah, let's get another round in. The
barman has enjoyed talking to you guys so much and meeting Titus that he pours you all another drink for absolutely free.
Oh, cheers, mate. Cheers, mucker.
No worries, sunshine. No worries. Anything for Titus Thunderbastard Caligarvey and his mates.
And you wait. He's gonna get his revenge on Volok. Summit Chronic.
Yep. Stop saying his name. Yep.
Okay. He who must not be named. V. Yeah, no, believe me, it will be one for the history books. I know a little bit more about Titus's because we had that chat before we went out and got drunk, and he told me all about Volok and his manager. So I'm sort of trying to big him up, get his confidence going, because you know.
I feel Aark in on the Goliath Royal Rumble, and with my history in the Winterus Games and my history with Volok as a former partner turned mortal enemy.
that dude over there who's a cock? We all know he's a cock. He's got a helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I can't take my eyes off Gunderson Emmingworth Smythe III. I'm fascinated by him now.
Yeah, you see he's whatever drink he has, no matter what it is, it's always in a brandy glass, and he's always just swilling it, just constantly swilling it in the glass. It could be, tepid tap water, and he thinks he's that high status that he just swills, gets it on everybody else, and you're all worse than me, that kind of a prick.
Yeah, he's really doing my head in. I'm going to try not to have too much to drink, otherwise I'll probably go say something. And then we'll have a problem. But it would be good to get to know a little bit more about him and, where he does keep said helicopter, etc., etc.
Oh, can we try and chat one of the it girls when they get separated and go to the loo or something?
Whatever you choose, Titus, whoever does this, I will 100% cast guidance on them.
Yeah. Okay. So Aark's on board. What's happening over there? Are the it girls that are all surrounding him? Because I imagine if we approached him, he wouldn't want to talk to us right now because he's got his harem around him, hasn't he? But if we could maybe separate one of them and ask some questions.
Yeah. Everybody, go ahead and roll insight checks. Aark.
16.
Zakaiya.
13.
Titus.
Awful day today. 6.
6. Okay. Aark, you notice that the harem of girls around Gunderson, Hemingworth Smythe III, the whole group is they're all chatting away and they're drinking, they're sipping quite fast, and You see that one of the it girls at the table, in fact, two of the it girls, sorry, there's him, there's a couple other lads. These are all like humanoid races, and two of the girls in the 80s high fashion ski onesies kind of get up and head towards the ladies' room.
I look at Zach.
Yeah, we both look at Zach and push her.
Okay. All right. Off I pop. Guess I need a wee at this precise moment. Here I go.
You down your last bit of blackberry mead and head round the bar towards the ladies' WC. This bar and this the area that you're in is very French ski lodge. There's lots of like rich mahogany wood like everywhere.
I mean, I'm a working class girl from Wellingborough. I've got no idea what a ski lodge looks like, to be honest with you. But if anyone's been skiing, please fill me in.
Well, I have, because I am way more middle class than any of you, being from the south. So yeah, that's kind of what this place looks like. It's adorned with like gold details in kind of hinges and frames, and you kind of you saunter on over to the WC as the girls go through the door. The door kind of closes behind you, and you're just stood outside of the toilets.
How many went in? Sorry, 2.
2.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on in, and I'm just sort of gonna eavesdrop a little bit. I'm gonna go in, like smile at them if they see me, but go into one of the cubicles and obviously pretend to have a wee and have a little listen to what they're talking about.
Okay.
If they are talking.
Yeah, they're definitely talking. They're talking back and forth amongst themselves. And you hear them kind of talk to each other and saying, oh my God, he's like super hot, like super rich hot, you know, like not like creepy with it, you know, but like super rich hot. Like you gonna try and get with him? Like, oh my God, yeah, totally. I mean, it'd be my life's work if I could, you know, be his wife or something, but I mean, that'd be awesome, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna. Can you tighten my bra strap up, because I really want some push and lift just to like really get in his face, you know. It's like, yeah, I mean, he's got a freaking like helicopter, like he drives his own freaking helicopter. He's the only one in the resort to like have one of those. And I mean, if we ever want to get up to the top of that freaking mountain through like all those storms, he's like the only one who can take us up there. And when he does, I'm gonna fucking ravage that man, you know. So you hear this chat back and forth.
Standard, all right. Sounds like a typical ladies' chat in a nightclub, to be honest with you. So helicopters, mountains, ravaging, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Is that what they say? Do they say ravage, Amy, when they're in the toilets chatting about us? They say ravage?
Personally, I've never heard the term ravage in a nightclub, but I will use it all the time now. Believe me.
And we've never been in a ski resort toilet, so you know, you never know.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the listeners will have to let us know if any of you are female and you've been to a ski lodge, do they use ravage when they're chatting about a bloke in the loo? I understand this is very niche, but if you could let us know, that'd be great. It's for research. I emerge from the loo at that moment, and I sort of wash my hands, and I'm like, oh my God, who are you guys talking about? I couldn't help but overhear. He sounds so dreamy. Who are you talking about?
Oh my God, like, who are you?
So, my name is Swelina Double Rusk the Third.
Oh my God, that's cute. That's cute.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
So I'm the son. I am the like get out the ladies. I am the daughter of an elven noble, and we're here on our vacay. It's cute.
Oh my God, elven noble, bitch, shut up.
I know, right? So who are you talking about?
Oh, you know, just like Gunderson, Hemingworth Smythe III, you know, that like totally hot rich guy out there. Did you see him? We were at the booth with him. Like,
he's the athlete, right?
Oh my God, he is. He's like a friggin' athlete or something. He's like, he's got like loads of friggin' medals and stuff. And like, he's so hot and so rich. Like, I'm going to take him to the top of that friggin' mountain and I'm going to ravage him.
You know what? Love this journey for you. Love it.
Oh my God, it's my truth. It's my absolute truth. I mean, honestly, I just want him to put a baby inside of me so I can like get half of his stuff. But you know, like that's me and that's my truth. That's what I want to do.
It would be like your life's work, right?
Oh my God, bitch, shut up.
You know what, girl? I would love it if you could introduce me and my friends, because I'm with two other wealthy gentlemen. They are basically just my security, if anything.
Oh my God,
But,
are they hot? Are they hot too?
one of them actually is a wrestler.
Excuse me. What the fuck? But I'm a
You
bird.
can't hear
Come on.
this. You can't hear this. Shut up.
Well, they like athletes. I've got to give them something. You know, one of them actually is a wrestler. He's currently he's retired for a spell, but he'll be back in the ring fairly soon.
Oh my God, like a hot older wrestler. Oh my God, that's hot. That's so hot. Yeah, I mean, Gunderson doesn't really like anybody joining the table and like being part of his crew, but you know, we could probably get you in if I don't know, you're kind of cute, so we can. I don't know, you can bring your security over. You know, you wanna drink with us?
I tell you what, I will buy you a drink, girl. How's that?
Oh my God, bitch. Yes, bitch. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we're both to go, yes.
They grab your wrists and take you with them back to the bar, and they're like, "Oh my God, is this your security?"
Yeah. So this is Titus Calagavi, also known as the Thunder Bastard.
Oh my
And
God,
then
so
this
hot.
This is Aark. I couldn't
A
think of his
bird.
name. At the moment, I've already forgotten my own name. Swalina.
The two kind of it girls look around and go, like they see Titus and they clock him. They look at Aark for like half a second and then look straight back towards Titus.
Yeah, can I kiss their hands whilst looking directly? What's that knobhead's name? I wrote it down. At Gunderson. Just a slow right on there.
Yes.
Do
Yes.
the thing like sending, you know, like how Drake sends Chris Brown that champagne in the nightclub.
Titus, what are we now with this Titus? Are you like trying to intimidate? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm just assessing the situation, see if he recognize game, athlete recognize athlete. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, Titus, as you grab Jessakaba's and Stacilna's hands, roll a performance check.
This is taking me back out to nights out in Birmingham trying to roll performance check.
Looking forward.
Anyway.
Looking forward to those two names appearing in everyone's rhymes next week.
Yeah.
You'll be lucky if I could remember them. So
Stacilna's mom has got a
Titus, what'd you get?
13.
13.
Again.
You just managed.
Oh wait,
to...
was that a performance check?
Yeah.
15. Sorry, I didn't.
15.
Have modifier.
Absolutely. You they kind of they're already kind of raising their hands because this is something that they just do. And you meet both of their hands and kiss it and look directly towards Gunderson Hemingworth Smythe III. He's going to roll a perception check. Oh, he notices. He absolutely notices. He's and just kind of stops and turns towards the bar, swills his kind of drink for a second. The look on his face just kind of drops off, and then he kind of he remembers himself to play this game. He goes, "Oh, I'm so rich!" So he's definitely seen what you've just done.
I think Bird Daddy should try and kiss their hands as well.
He extends his claw, his talon.
Yeah, go on
Hex
then.
their
So
fingers.
look up from my book, and just gonna put out one of my talons. See what happens.
Ew.
Ew, David.
Ew. Just ew. Can we get a drink?
Let's get a drink. What are we all having?
Oh my god. What have we been drinking all night? I don't know. We're pretty friggin' wasted. Just whatever the fuck you want to get, girl. Just fucking get it.
Bitch, shut up. I am gonna honestly, this conversation is so fun for me to act because this is just like my worst nightmare. Girls like this in clubs, it's literally like just like, I don't know what to do. Can I talk to you about video games? No,
Final Fantasy's really cool.
Don't kill her. Yeah, literally. Not
I think I've
please.
been stuck behind these sorts of people in like the Pitcher and Piano at 5 p.m. on a Friday, and they're like, "Oh my god, let's get 10 frozen daiquiris." And you're like, "I just want a pint." Oh my god.
It's so funny that we're making them American as well, but I totally know the kind of person. I remember once I tried to make friends with this girl, this sort of really kind of fake tanned, fake lash, everything fake girl in a nightclub, and I told her this thrilling anecdote about how my mate Dave had like put a beer glass on his nose and like ran around going ah rah 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 rah, and she was just like, "What?" I was like, "That's really funny though, right?"
What are you saying?
It was really funny in his defense. Anyway.
Oh my god, barkeep, let this girl order some shit. They're wasted at this point. Like they've
banging on the bar. Yeah.
Exactly. They've been sat down at this booth for a while. They've knocked back these drinks. They've walked to the toilet. They've stumbled out with their best friend who they've just made.
Yep.
Bitch, let's get a fucking drink. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, cool. So I'll order some blackberry mead for everyone. So I don't know how much that sets me back, Ollie. Probably like, I don't know, 10 gold or something.
The barman looks at you and kind of just winks and ushers your money away and just says, like, kind of, here you go.
Oh mate, we did really well to befriend that barman.
The drinks are put out in front of you.
Have we got one for Gunderson as well?
Yeah, absolutely, you can do.
Okay, I'll take him a drink. So I walk over with these two girls and Titus and Aark in tow, or is Aark still reading his book at the bar? What do you want to do?
I like to think that I've walked over, but I'm just reading the book. Like I'm walking and reading.
Yeah.
Did I clock that Gunderson was a bit pissed off with Titus?
Yeah, you definitely would have seen it.
Can I cast a spell?
What would you like to cast?
Enhance ability.
Ooh, okay. Please do tell.
So, enhance ability. You touch a willing creature and bestow upon it a magical enhancement. Choose one of the following effects, and the target gains the effect until the spell ends. I'm going to go for the effect Eagle Splendor, which is the target has advantage on charisma checks.
Okay, and you're granting this to who, sorry?
What I'm going to... So, I need... this is what I cast on Zakaiya a few episodes ago.
I remember, yeah.
So I need a fur or feather from a beast. So I'm going to kind of flick open my wing, pull out one of my feathers, enchant it, and just hold it out and see who wants to take it.
Well, initially the plan was me to flirt my way with one of these it girls, but now I think you're in the inner circle. I think, Zach, you should try and get a ride in that helicopter, and then we'll just hijack it.
Well, I think you've got the opportunity as well to start athlete to athlete, like
okay,
puffing your chest up and basically like, you know how you can imagine that you two could be friends, but like basically trying to outdo each other the whole time. Because he's not going to want to see. I don't know. I feel like the girls are really into you, which is a good sign. They love a good athlete. So I think it's getting quite exciting. I think there's a good dynamic here. So if I go for a ride on the helicopter by myself, I don't want to get into a situation I can't handle. and we all need to get up there. I'd prefer it if we just stole the helicopter. I think we all would. So, what if these two people... I mean, how drunk do you have to be to not fly a helicopter? You know what I mean? Don't drink and fly is what all the billboards say. So,
what if I pretend like I've met Gunderson previously at the Winter's Games?
Yeah, because we found out quite a lot about him already. We know your dad. He's an arms dealer, right? Yeah, you could do that.
Aye, I'll hold my my kilt open just enough because I want you, Aark, to put that feather inside. Don't pass it to me. I'm not touching that feather. You're putting it inside the kilt.
Inside what? So just to confirm.
I'm holding the kilt open like that. I just want you to just tuck it inside.
In the urethra. Okay.
I was hoping it was going to be like a stripper in a nightclub, but it's no.
Yeah.
It's down the urethra. And I can say for everybody who's listening, Amy has left the Zoom call because she is appalled
That's enough.
by what was just about to happen.
She's so turned on.
Oh my god, guys.
Okay, Aark, you insert this feather.
I drop it in. Yeah, as requested.
Drop it in.
You drop it in. Titus, you now have this charismatic enhancing feather on you.
So that's for an hour, and I need to concentrate on it.
What does Titus get to add to that?
He rolls every charisma check with advantage.
With advantage. Amazing. Okay.
Ooh.
Zakaiya, these girls have got the drinks. You've got the drinks in your hand. They start ushering you over to the table, and they see everybody. The group kind of opens up a little bit for you to slide in and sit on the booth, and they go, "Oh my god, this is our new best friend. Her name is what's your freaking name again?"
My name is Swalina Double Rusk III.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
Yeah, whatever the fuck she said. Okay, she's fucking sick, and she's like bought us drinks and stuff, and we're wasted. So, yeah, frickin' Gunderson, like, hi, and like tries to get his attention while he's like still swilling a drink. You do notice, in fact, all of you do notice this, that Gunderson is looking directly now, kind of out the corner of his eye, but enough to notice that he's like checking he's like looking Titus up and down.
Hey Gunderson, nice to meet you. I've got someone here you might recognize. Oh, is that what you want to? Do you want to be like Gunderson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I am Titus Thunder.
As you're saying this, Zakaiya, he kind of goes, oh, yes, yes, Titus, Thunder Bastard, yes, of the Kalagathi tribe, yes, no, I'm very aware of your work, yes, wrestler, correct?
Yes, I know you, Smitty. Me and you go way back in the Winter's Games.
As you say that, roll an intimidation check with, is that charisma? Yeah, advantage. Yeah. Roll this with advantage.
I've got a good modifier for intimidation as well. 16.
Okay. You see his face kind of drop out of this rich person playing this game, putting a front on in front of his crowd, his people, and he's like, "Oh, so and he tries to come back at you, and he's not wrestling anymore, I guess. Not with the big federation you once were. What brings you to this lowly resort?"
You. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you, Smitty. You know that. What you been doing? What you up to? Look! I see you're as popular as ever. Or at least your dad's money is as popular as ever, I should say.
Oh, you were always one with jokes, weren't you? Yes, no, I am very, very rich. And I do have this crowd around me. Paid or not to be here, doesn't matter. I'm made of fucking money and nobody else is. I'm just here on vacay, for the 6 months of the year when, I'm not with daddy and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just piloting around, on the helicopter here and there, up the mountain here and there, back. Just taking a break from Winterous Games training. You know how it is.
The hilarious thing about
you
this,
know it.
real quickly, I had a massive beetle that just landed from the open window, and in the time it took me to quickly, without disrupting the scene, quickly get it on a piece of paper and take it outside and throw it in. I came back and literally Gunderson's still talking about himself.
Still talking. Yeah, of course he is.
Miss nothing.
He likes to talk about himself. He tells you what he's been up to at this resort. Just spending my money. What have you been up to? I mean, probably not a lot by the looks of it.
I wouldn't say that. We've been, me and my friends have been earning a fair whack whilst we've been away.
Yeah, can we jingle our coins? Just like, what, how he's swilling his whiskey, but not whiskey. Can we swill our coins?
You swill the coins, and Titus, I think you were about to put a bag of money on the table, weren't you?
Yeah, we were in the market for a helicopter. You wouldn't know anyone who could buy it or rent it from, would you? I mean, I'm sure you're a man who knows how to get around.
Titus, no money in the world could buy my helicopter. It's the toppest of the top, I must say, and I'm the only one here who can pilot the thing. So you won't be renting it off me. But
Gunderson, perish the thought, please. Obviously, I would not even think about besmirching your honour with such a suggestion. I was just wondering if you could, show us this helicopter of yours so I can get an idea of obviously what we can't afford, but, the level we should at least be striving for.
Yeah, that's smart. Poor people always think they think smart, yeah. I'll tell you what, Titus, you're an athlete like myself. I mean, not as decorated as me, but you are an athlete nonetheless. No. How about I play you for it?
I thought you would never ask. What kind of competition are we thinking here?
He reaches into his kind of smoking jacket that he's wearing, and it's an unfathomable amount of money, like way more money than any of you guys have got on you, but it's just in this bag. You don't know how it even fits under someone's breast pocket, but he pulls it out, puts it on the table, and he's just like, let's make this, I don't know, interesting. Say you, Titus, and your, I don't know, whore of an it girl and your tiny bird friend. How about you challenge me to a sport of some downhill extreme snowboarding? If I win, I take all of your money and all of your possessions. And if you win, I'll take you anywhere you want to go in my helicopter.
I was really hoping it was going to be rag throwing. So hoping.
Are you scared? Are you scared, Titus? Little chicken boy with your tiny little chicken body?
Gunderson, you've got such shit chat. And you do realise that no matter how much money you earn, Daddy's never going to love you. We accept.
You're on! And that's where we'll end our session.
Oh, you motherfucker! Sorry.
I felt that's kind of unfair because that's his domain. Like, couldn't it be something in the middle that everyone can be good at?
A deal was made. I think the words were, you're on. Money was placed on the table. A deal has been made. You guys have got to beat this guy in a downhill snowboarding contest.
I'm going to Tonya Harding in before it happens. It's fine.
Let's get him really, really drunk beforehand. Let's make sure he's got a hangover, and then he'll be rolling disadvantage.
Yeah.
So let's do that for sure.
Learn from your mistakes is basically what Zakaiya or Amy is saying here. Listeners, learn from your past D&D mistakes. Thank you so much to my players this week, Jamie, Amy and Adam, for coming along and playing another episode of Dice with Death. If you listen to this podcast and you're not subscribed to us, you really should be. You can subscribe to us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts. You can get us pretty much anywhere. So yeah, please go and do that. Leave us a 5-star review. Tell all your friends about us. It really, really helps us out. If you want to follow us on social media, you absolutely can. It's at Dice Death Pod, Instagram, Twitter. We're on Facebook. Jamie, if people want to follow you on social media and see what you're up to, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Jamu1987.
Amy, if people want to find you on the social media, where can they look you up?
I am on Twitter at Amy_Mallett.
And Adam, if people want to find you on the social media, where can they find you?
They can find me at Adam Wilbourn. And if you like rolling a nat 20, tell your mates about Dice with Death plenty. Just want that.
On that note, we'll see you next time on the next episode of Dice with Death. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.